Hey, it's me, Nalthazar, and welcome to another video. This one, I think, is a really important one. It's one that I've been meaning to do for a while now, but then the whole Corona thing and some work stuff got in the way of it. So here it is. Basically, a while back, I posed a question to all of the top coalitions about what makes them unique and if they were looking for new players, if they could send me some information about themselves so that I could compile all of that together, make a video, and put it out there for all of you. Now, many of you might already be in a coalition that you like, or you might already be in a top coalition. And if you're one of those people, then this video might not have a lot of meaning for you. But if you're looking for a new group, or you just want to know how to find the right group for you, then this could very well be a very useful video for you. Now, there are many different types of coalitions in this game, and I know that there are a lot of really fun coalitions outside the top 10. And by the top 10, I'm referring to top 10 in the world, but I'm really going to be highlighting a few teams in the top 10 and going over how you could join one of those teams and which one could be for you. Because ultimately, when you're playing a game like this, the most important thing is that you're having fun. And for a lot of games, the best way to have fun is to have other people that you can have fun playing the game with. And so all of three of the big teams that I'm going to be highlighting today are all really fun teams. There's a lot of really good people in these teams. And if you're interested in any of them, I'm going to have a whole load of information in the description. So I'm going to have links to how to get in touch with the right people so that you can try and get into one of these coalitions. So without further ado, let's get cracking. So the first of the coalitions that I want to go over is the MTG Goldfish coalition. And that's number 7 on the left right now in the all-time leaderboard. I'm going over Goldfish first because that is my coalition. That's the coalition that I play in most frequently. And of the 3 coalitions that I'm going to go over today, I would say that my coalition is probably the most casual of the groups. So we have a few players who are very dedicated, that really want to be the very best. And then we have a lot of players who really like to just play the game competitively, but ultimately they're just looking to have fun. Now, of the 3 groups, our way of communicating is a little bit different. So we use an application called Line, and all 3 of the main groups that I'm going to be talking about use a different application to chat with each other. Although you do not need to have the app in order to be in one of these groups. It's a great way of communicating with people. So of all the groups that I'm going to be talking about today, the MTG Goldfish group is definitely the smallest of the groups. We have 2 main groups, one which is the MTG Goldfish, which is 7th all time, and then the other one which is called Always MTG, and that one is more like a 25th to 50th placed coalition. We also have a subsidiary group called Tramplers, and that's really more for players who are looking to take a break or something like that. But the things that make our group particularly unique are just being a really small community, A. B, most of our players are from other countries, not the United States. So a lot of our players come from a lot of the different European countries. And so we've got a lot of very interesting and diverse players. And interestingly, the times that people are more chatty in our group chat are when Europe land is awake. Now, if you're interested in joining the MTG Goldfish group, what you should do is download an application called Line and contact the user ID Theseus454. That's THESEUS 454, no spaces. Theseus is our leader. He is an avid bovine lover and is very interested in the combination of humans and bovines. But if you're interested in joining the MTG Goldfish, I know that we have spots available for a very wide range of players. So in a lot of the groups, if you want to try and join up in a group, you would prove your mettle in one of their subsidiary coalitions, like one of the little subgroups, and then if you do well in event, you move up. If you stay doing well in event, you stay up. If you need a break or if you start performing badly, then you move down. So it's a pretty simple system. It's very fair across all the different groups. So I'm going to put this information, by the way, for how to get in contact with Theseus in the description. So just check there after the video if you are interested. The second group that I'm going to talk about is the Power 9. And the Power 9 is definitely the largest of the groups that I'm going to be going over today. They have 4 of the all-time top 10 coalitions. They have hundreds of players across a number of different groups. They have teams for players at really any stage of the game. So anywhere from new to diehard veterans. They've got casual teams, they've got top 100 teams, they've got top 50 teams, they've got top 25 teams. And as I mentioned, top 10. If you're looking for a really big group, then the Power 9 is definitely going to be the group for you. And really, it's a really fantastic group. I'm a part of their Discord. I've actually flitted in and played some events as a member of some of their teams for the newer players. And I really like everyone that I've come across in that coalition. They have a lot of different fun nights. They've got Cards Against Humanity going with bots in Discord. They've got a whole bunch of other sort of silly games that they do together, stuff like that. They are very much so a group that likes to play the game properly. So exploits, stuff like that, aren't really things that I've really noticed goes over very well with that group. And I think that's something that's really respectable about them. So if you are interested in joining them, fantastic group of people. And this would be the group that you would join if you were just looking for a large group. And when I say large, I don't mean like there's a whole bunch of people and so you're just joining it because, there's a whole bunch of people and maybe you'll find like a few good people. No, like I mean it. Like every single person that I've come across in this group is a fantastic person. And I've really enjoyed just chatting with people and talking about Puzzle Quest and events and all that. So really cool group. So to contact them, you're going to want to go on Discord. You're going to want to contact one of a number of their different people. So anywhere from Spad to Julie. Very, very helpful. So there's also a contact them through the D3 Go forums. And so I'm going to post a link to that in the description also. So if you want, you can go through the D3 Go forums. You can hit them up there, or you can try, excuse me, that cough, and hit them up on Discord. So you can hit up any of their bigwigs. Then the final group that I'm going to go over is the Phoenix Reborn group. And Phoenix Reborn, if you didn't know, they have You Have One Job. And congratulations, guys. They just took over from Goblin Pile as the #1 coalition in the world. As you can see right now in this on my left, it's really close. It's really, really close. But they've been steadily gaining on Goblin Pile, and they just overtook them. Goblin Pile is another fantastic group. I mean, they've been #1 in the world for a long, long time. So it's a pretty big shift here with You Have One Job taking over. Of the 3 groups, You Have One Job, or if you will, the Phoenix Reborn group, they are definitely the most competitive of the group. So they don't really have the same type of subsidiary coalitions that they're looking for newer players. They definitely want more players, but the players that they're looking for are people who are going to play through all the different coalition events. You're going to get pretty much as close to max points as you can, and you're going to be able to complete all the nodes. You're going to be able to place in, pretty consistently in those events. And so if you're a person who wants to be the best, you want to be in the best group in the world, and you're willing to put in the time and the effort and the consistent play to do that, then this is definitely the group for you, right? So, and that would be if, like I said, you really want to be the top. If you're that competitive type person, then yeah. So they do have a more casual group. That's a solid top 50 group. And then that top 50 group is now more like a top 25. And then their top 25 teams are now often closer to top 10. So SWW is chasing the all-time number 3 right now. And then there's You Have One Job, and they are, of course, the number 1 in the world. So they've got players from all around the world. Their teams are all in the same Discord server, so there's going to always be someone online to chat with. They're a very warm and friendly community, and having fun is really important to them. They also, and this is something that's true of both the TP9 group and the Phoenix group, is they like to try and find out what are all the bugs that are going on in the game and how do you play around them. So they like to identify what exactly are the bugs, how do we play around them. So that's another really cool thing that they do. And so if you're going into events and you're encountering a lot of different bugs, then, and you're like, I don't know where to find all them. I mean, apart from being able to find them all on the D3Go website, you can get a lot of that information just by being in the Discord with these groups. So in terms of my own personal experiences with all of the different groups, and I'm going to put the how do you get in contact with Phoenix Reborn. They also use Discord. They've also got a D3Go forum thing going, and I'm going to be putting a link to that. Or you can email orthodont.phoenix@gmail.com, and that's going to get you in touch with the person over there that's going to tell you if you're in the right place or not. So this is just 3 of the groups, right? So between MTG Goldfish, Power 9, Phoenix Reborn, it's just 3 groups, but just, from those 3 groups alone, you're looking at close to 15, 20 different coalitions. All of them are full of people pretty much. So, I mean, you're looking at 300 plus players, maybe more, active players playing Magic the Gathering Puzzle Quest. So there are a lot of people amongst the top groups, and just by the nature of the game, I mean, this game it's an older game as things go for a mobile game and for an online game. I want to say it came out in 2015. If I'm wrong, someone's going to correct me in the comments, and thank you. But I'm pretty sure that every time I put the game in, it's 2015. So, like there's players that phase out. People get bored of the game, or they feel like they've done everything. They've got all their collections. People take breaks. They come back. People get frustrated with bugs, stuff like that. So yeah, now if you want to join another group, so not one of these groups, you can always go to the forums.d3go, go to the categories, go to the MTGPQ coalitions, and then you'll see that there's a whole thread for this. So if you're lost and you're trying to find a group, go ahead and try and look around here for people. You'll see that here's the Phoenix group right over here. You got Power 9 over here. And so I wasn't able to get a hold of Goblin Pile or any of the other groups in the top 10. But really, even though it's like top 10 leaderboard, honestly, the top 10 is really just a few groups. It's not 10 different communities. It's actually just a few different communities. So yeah, if you have any other questions about these groups or which coalition might be the right home for you, by all means, go ahead, leave comments in this video. If you're looking for a home and you're not really sure where to go, you can, of course, leave a comment here. I can try and help direct you to a good place to go. But honestly, this game is going to be more fun for you if you've got a fun group of people to play with. And for that, you're going to want a full group. You're going to want a group that you've got 20 players consistently or more that are going to be playing. And so the or more means there's going to be, more than one coalition, more than one group. But there's so many ways to just chat with each other and whatnot, and it really opens up the game. It makes it a lot more fun. So I hope that this was helpful for you guys. If I'm missing one of the top groups, and you're like, hey, I saw this video, I'd really like our group to be a part of this, then by all means let me know. I'm happy to post another one of these at some point in the near future, if there's more groups. Even if there's like a totally casual coalition, right? Like if you're a group of friends, you guys all play, and you're like, hey, you know what? We got room for more people. Then by all means, let me know. I'm really just looking to try and compile in one place a great way of determining what would be the right home for someone looking for a coalition in Magic the Gathering Puzzle Quest. For the last bit, if there's anyone in Phoenix Reborn or Power 9 that's like, hey, Nelthasar, you forgot something about our group that makes us special, by all means, let me know. So yeah, that's really it. If you're interested in joining the group that I'm a part of, if you want to be part of a smaller group, mostly European, then come on over to the MTG Goldfish group. We'd love to have some more players. For Power 9, there's a lot of groups there. There's a lot of people for you to meet. Fantastic group, really fun. Lots of games going on, not just Puzzle Quest, but Cards Against Humanity. And then Phoenix Reborn, right? So if you're looking for a really competitive group, then that's going to be the one for you. So thanks for checking in, and I'll see you guys in the next one.